If the good doctor can't cure you, find the less good doctor. In other words, when the grand ideas fail you, look for ideas that are more marginal at the sides, at the periphery, that can come in and shape what it is that you are making.
William Kentridge is an acclaimed multimedia artist from Johannesburg, South Africa. His work and philosophy on art was the focus of a month-long festival and exhibition hosted by the Warehouse Art Museum. The Kentridge Arts Festival brought the artist to Milwaukee for a wide array of events and activities.
We have no clue what is going on.
What inspired you to put on this festival? What is it about his work that just inspires you and motivates you?
He is a very good artist. You look at these pieces and you see a commanding creator. He also has very strong ideas. He has an expression that he uses: making art, making meaning. This entire drawing, it's a refugee boat, will fold up, and when you fold it up, it's about 11 inches by 10 inches. Each one of these refugees from North Africa is carrying a little pouch with them that's about 12 by 14 and 4 inches thick. Their worldly possessions are in that satchel.
The exhibition, titled William Kentridge, See for Yourself, was an exhibit that showcased prints, drawings, and sculptures from the private collection of the Warehouse Art Museum. Its focus was on the interactiveness of the artist's work.
This is a curious 19th century mechanical device called a phenakistoscope. It was an early attempt to make motion pictures, and it consists of two discs, which, when you turn the crank, the discs rotate, and they rotate opposite each other. When you look through the slot, you see these figures. They are passing a load from one person to the next. The importance that Kentridge is talking about here is human action. We have to do something to get a result. To see the motion of the pictures, we need to turn the crank. What we're looking at is a distorted drawing with a chrome cylinder in the center of it. It's called an anamorphic drawing. It remains distorted as long as we look at it just from the top down. And to make sense of this distorted drawing, you have to look at the cylinder and move around the drawing. The distorted drawing becomes clear. The image that we're seeing here is the Medusa. And if you looked in the eyes of Medusa, you turn to stone. However, we can look at Medusa in the chrome cylinder without turning to stone because it's a reflection. We have fears, we have apprehensions. Can't do this, it's dangerous. But you have to address these issues. You have to look Medusa in the eyes.
Along with the extensive exhibit, the festival included a lecture by the artist called Finding the Less Good Idea with William Kentridge. Speaking to a full house at the Lubar Auditorium at the Milwaukee Art Museum, he talked about his methodology for creating art and about his renowned studio in Johannesburg, the Center for the Less Good Idea.
The name of the Center for the Less Good Idea, I hope not the least good idea, but just the less good idea, comes from a Tswana proverb, an African proverb, and the translation of the proverb roughly would be, if the good doctor can't cure you, find the less good doctor. And that's the basis of the Less Good Idea, of the Center for the Less Good Idea. It's a space for actors, dancers, choreographers, videographers, writers, visual artists to come together and discover the energy that comes from working together and being open to what emerges. In the end, the process is going to show you both how the work should be, but also who you are. And if in the end the world is the work you've made, when it comes out, is pretentious or portentous, then that tells you something about yourself.
Also part of the festivities was a cine-concert performed by Present Music. It was a presentation of Kentridge's rarely seen animated films set to live music. And a performance of 3 plays adapted by Kentridge and performed for the first time in the United States.
That for the onlookers, it was not easy to stand the shock of it. But they braced themselves, crowded around the cage, and did not want ever to move away.
The Warehouse Art Museum is free and open to the public Monday through Friday.